Have you ever considered creating and selling an online course yourself? I wish that more content creators would do this because I have been creating and selling online courses now since 2009. And over all that time, I have been able to improve my understanding of my field, my knowledge, so much faster by teaching than just by watching videos and reading blog posts. And I think that's one of the best reasons to create courses yourself. It's so that you can become much smarter, much faster about your field. There's nothing like there's no other way of learning that is faster, in my opinion, than when you have to organize knowledge for other people to consume and to go through a particular journey together. By putting your information into some kind of a journey, an online course, you have to think through the start, the middle of the journey, the end of the journey, the pitfalls, the questions that people have, the tools that people need to learn, the skills that people need to have, all that stuff. And so I think that's probably the top reason why I create courses. And in this short video, I'm going to inspire you to consider creating online courses. Okay. So I've just given you my top reason. It's to organize information so that I can teach it to other people. And by doing so, I become much smarter about that field or that skill than I would have if I was just haphazardly learning it from watching videos, reading stuff, talking to people, now putting it together into a structure. So I hope you'll do this. Whether or not you sell the course is beside the point, actually. You should actually put it together for yourself to teach a friend. And by doing so, you learn much faster. Okay, that's the first reason. The second reason is, as a content creator, there are a lot of people who would love to learn from you and actually even support your business, but who aren't ready to work with you one to one. So that's what I've noticed since 2009 as I've sold online courses since then, is that a lot of people are willing to buy my courses who aren't ready to work with me one to one for various reasons. Time, maybe, money, it could be. So I'm able to serve 10 times the number of people through courses than I could through my one-to-one services or even through my group program. So that's a big second reason that you should consider creating courses, is your reach will increase a lot more. When you create courses, by the way, as soon as you create and launch an online course, your credibility suddenly goes up in front of your audience by nothing more than just, hey folks, I'm now going to teach this course. People go, oh, you've structured your knowledge into something that's a journey that I can benefit from. Wonderful. Okay, now whether you charge for the course is beside the point. Just by putting it together and announcing it grows your credibility and actually grows your reach, because people start to refer other people to you, knowing that, okay, you are now a teacher in their mind. And the truth is, you have been thinking about your topic for years, probably. You've been reading books, watching videos, talking to people, maybe working with clients. For some of you who have been doing that. You've been thinking about it for years. So you might as well put it together into one, or my recommendation is multiple online courses. That's another secret that I want to share with you. Since 2009, I've been doing this. If you only put together one big course, it is hard to sell because it probably needs to be more money. And secondly, it's hard to put one giant big course together. It's much easier to put together, and it's easier to sell if you put together smaller courses. Even though your knowledge is vast, you need to chunk that knowledge down into little smaller journeys rather than one 12-month journey or one 6-month journey. Chunk it down into a 3-week, 6-week, 8-week journey, right? And so that way people can journey with you for a time, and then they can decide if they want to journey with you for another topic, a similar topic, a related topic. So again, that's my second reason, is that you're going to be able to serve a lot more people than you can currently with just your one-on-one service or your small group program or something like that. That's the second reason. The third reason is that it produces an income that's far greater than you could by doing one-to-one or by doing small group programs. So let me give you an example. And also I'll say this, as a content creator, my dream, like 10 years ago, my dream was, gosh, if I could just create content and have people donate money to me for making good content, that would be wonderful, right? I did Patreon, I did Substack and all those things. And after trying what's called online busking, busking is when people go on the streets and they perform music or they do some kind of performance and get donations. Well, online busking is basically creating content and then asking for donations to join as a Patreon, etc. Well, I did that. I did that intensively for a year, and guess what happened? I was able to earn like $500 a month doing online busking. And then what happened was I switched over to selling online courses, and then I made $5,000 a month. And still to this day, it keeps going, right? So I highly, highly recommend that if you would like to expand your income, you've got to try selling online courses. So I hope that these reasons inspire you. Again, number one, it makes you smarter faster because you're organizing information to serve other people. And by teaching, you learn much faster, number one. Number two is you get to serve a lot more people. People come into your business that they wouldn't have otherwise because they can't afford your one-to-one yet, or they don't want to for some reason. They'd rather just take a structured journey, okay? And third reason is it makes a lot more money than just having one-to-one services or small group programs. So I hope you will really consider the pathway of becoming a course creator. And I've been doing this since 2009, so people have been asking me, George, how do you create a course? How do you launch a course? Da, da, da. So obviously I've been teaching people how to do this for 4 other times now, and I've just launched my 5th version of my Course Creator's Journey. And so my newest, best information about how to gather ideas that people actually want to pay for in terms of courses, how to launch the course in a light way so that you don't exhaust yourself, because the journey is to launch multiple courses, not just one. Very important strategic decision. And then, so how do you gather market ideas? How do you launch them? How do you create them so that you can become a course creator that enjoys the journey, that can launch lightly and make money, good money doing it while getting much smarter, faster yourself. So I hope if you're interested in joining me on that journey, you can look on my website and find the Course Creator's Journey and join us for a community that's going through the program together. But if you don't, I still hope you will dedicate yourself to creating and launching online courses. Do it lightly so that you don't exhaust yourself, and watch yourself grow in your knowledge and in your income faster than you would otherwise. So I hope this helps. Thank you for joining me.